AI could possibly help plan your next big trip. Travel companies have started to integrate ChatGPT and other AI tech into their platforms to assist travelers with booking flights and crafting itineraries. Joining us now for more is Jason Feifer. He's the editor-in-chief of Entrepreneur Magazine. This is surely an entrepreneurial thing, but it could put some entrepreneurs out of business, too. So explain to us how this works and if it has any limitations.
Well, it could put some entrepreneurs out of business. It could also create some new entrepreneurs. So let me start with an example. I am currently on vacation in Boulder, Colorado. And so last night I went on to ChatGPT and I said, my wife is a food snob, which is true. She would admit it herself. I said, my wife is a food snob. Where can I take her for a nice restaurant date night in Boulder, Colorado? It came back with 6 options immediately. I showed them to my wife. She said, not bad. And this is just the beginning. These tools can create entire itineraries for you. And that's the reason why the industry is so interested. And they're starting to integrate ChatGPT. There are a lot of startups doing this, but also big players like Expedia are creating chatbots that you can use to plan your next trip.
So that's a very interesting use of AIs. I was telling Ed that for our spring break trip, I actually went through the three options that are available. We planned it ourselves, but then we also hired a travel agent. And then I also found this app that was an AI app to plan an itinerary for me. And ultimately, we ended up scrapping the travel agent. And the AI app didn't really do it for me because part of the joy of getting ready for a vacation is the weeks and weeks of planning for me. So I like doing that work. I want to ask you, why would someone choose to use AI to plan your vacation?
Well, it's efficient. And let's be clear, nobody, including people who make artificial intelligence tools, is saying that this is the only thing that you need or that this is going to replace everything. Instead, it's a great tool. You should think of ChatGPT like the microwave in your kitchen, which is to say it's incredibly impressive technology. It can make some things very fast, but you don't make gourmet meals with it and you don't do everything with it. And that's the case with this. So it's fun to play around, for example, with the prompts. You know, if you type in, show me some family-friendly vacation ideas in Boulder, Colorado, you're going to get a whole bunch of random stuff. But if you start to be incredibly specific, I have 2 boys, ages 8 and 4, and they're very energetic and they like to run around. Where can I take them in Boulder, Colorado? You might get some good starting points, and then you can use those starting points to do your own research and talk to people and do all the things that are really fun when you're planning travel.
Right. So it takes the grunt work out of it, and then you're left with the fun stuff.
Yeah. I like that microwave analogy, though. I think that's a good way of explaining how all of this AI technology could ultimately help all of us in one way or another, at least in the good ways. There have been, of course, a lot of delays and cancellations lately, Jason, because of weather, because of staffing issues across the airline industry. Is there any AI technology yet that's helping actually assist in rescheduling either travel or vacation plans?
Well, that stuff is starting to come online. The main thing that people are using, which is ChatGPT, is very literally far behind because it has a knowledge cutoff. It doesn't know things after September of 2021. So that's certainly not the place where you're going to go to get the latest information on how to get out of a travel jam. But there are certainly tools that are going to help you identify the right carriers or maybe something to do when you're stuck in Atlanta and you don't know where else to go. But this is the kind of stuff that's coming. These are very early days. And, you know, you said at the beginning of the segment that there are opportunities for entrepreneurs, and I would say there are a lot of people thinking about how to create solutions for just that.
And my follow-up question to you was, where do you see this going? Yeah, it's early days, but what's next?
Yeah, well, so a lot of people are predicting that this kind of stuff is going to put people out of work, and I just don't see that to be true. People have predicted the end of travel agents since the beginning of the internet, and they're still here, and they're still very useful. And the reason for that is because although we often think of new technologies as replacing humans and jobs, that's not actually what happens. Instead, what happens is that it changes jobs and it creates new opportunities. So you could imagine a world in which artificial intelligence makes travel more efficient to plan. And because it's more efficient, it becomes cheaper. And because it's cheaper, more people start traveling. And because more people start traveling, you need more jobs to serve the people who are traveling. So I think that we're going to see some changes in the industry, but I don't think that it's doom and gloom. I think that it's a lot of opportunity.
I like that glasses half full perspective, my friend. Jason Feifer, thank you very much.
That's the entrepreneurial spirit. I appreciate you having me.
It's so true.